O Levels Biology 5090, second part of the chapter 6, plant nutrition, leaf structure. 6.2, 6.3 is mineral nutrition. External leaf structure. This is the whole leaf. This area is known as blade or lamina. This is vein, or these are veins, and this is a midrib or the main vein. This is leaf stalk, which is attached to the stem over here. This is the transverse section of the leaf, and this part is greatly enlarged below, and this is the midrib, and these are the veins. The leaves are designed for one thing: making food via photosynthesis. Leaves are broad and flat to capture lots of light, and veins carry water to the leaf and food away to the rest of the plant. Veins also support the leaf. Small holes underside of the leaf are called stomata. In the underside of the leaf allow gases in and out, means exchange of gases. Internal leaf structure. This is the internal leaf structure. This is the epidermis, cuticle. This one layer is known as cuticle. Chloroplasts, palisade mesophyll cells or tissue, spongy mesophyll tissue. This is lower dermis, and this one is the upper dermis. And these are the guard cells, and these spaces is known as stomata. These empty spaces are known as air sacs or air space. And this bundle, which contains xylem and phloem, is known as the vascular bundle, which helps in the transportation. Internal leaf structure. Cuticle. It is made up of wax, a waterproofing the leaf. It is secreted by the cells of the upper epidermis. Upper epidermis. These cells are thin, transparent to allow light to pass through. No chloroplasts are present. They act as a barrier to disease organisms. Palisade mesophyll. The main region for photosynthesis cells are columnar, quite long and packed with chloroplasts to trap light energy. They receive carbon dioxide by diffusion from air spaces in the spongy mesophyll. The spongy mesophyll cells. These cells are more spherical and loosely packed. They contain chloroplasts, but not as many as in the palisade cells. Air spaces between cells allow gaseous exchange, carbon dioxide to the cells and oxygen from the cells during photosynthesis. Vascular bundle. This is a leaf vein made up of xylem and phloem. Xylem cell vessels bring water and minerals to the leaf. Phloem vessels transport sugars and amino acids away. This is called translocation. We will study it further in the next chapter. Lower epidermis. This acts as a protective layer. Stomata are present to regulate the loss of water vapor. This is called transpiration. We will also study it in next chapter. It is the site of gaseous exchange into and out of the leaf. Stomata. Each stomata is surrounded by the pair of guard cells. These can control whether the stomata is open or closed. Water vapor passes out during transpiration, carbon dioxide diffuses in, and oxygen diffuses out during photosynthesis. Stomata. Opening and closing of stomata. Opening and closing of stomata takes place due to the changes in the trigger pressure of guard cells. During the day, water from subsidiary cell enters the guard cell, making the guard cells fully turgid and the stomata open, like this. And during night, the water from the guard cells enters the subsidiary cells, and as a result, the guard cells become flaccid due to the decrease in turgor pressure, and the stomata are closed. Mineral nutrition. Photosynthesis produces carbohydrates, but plants contain many other types of biological molecules such as proteins, lipids, and nucleic acid, DNA. As plants do not eat, they need to make these substances themselves. Carbohydrates contain the elements called carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, but proteins, for example, contain nitrogen as well, and certain amino acids contain other elements too. Other chemicals in plants contain different elements as well. For example, chlorophyll contains magnesium and nitrogen. This means that without a source of these elements, plants cannot photosynthesize or grow properly. Plants obtain these minerals or elements in the form of mineral ions actively absorbed from the soil by root hair cells. Mineral is a term used to describe any naturally occurring inorganic substance. Mineral ion, magnesium, its function is needed to make chlorophyll in the plants, and its deficiency can cause the yellowing of the leaves. It is frequently asked in the exam, these both magnesium and nitrate ions, what is their function and what causes their deficient, and if they are in deficient amount, then which thing can happen to the plant. And so if the magnesium is in deficiency, it causes yellowing between the veins of the leaves, which is known as chlorosis. Nitrate, the function of nitrates are a source of nitrogen needed to make amino acids in the plants to make build proteins, and its deficiency can cause stunt growth and yellowing of the leaves. Mainly stunt growth means very much low growth rate.